Welcome back from that break. The show is still Good Morning Abuja. Now there has been conversations around preparations for census, but do people really know, or are they really prepared and aware that there's a census? To talk more on that is Dr. Isiaka Yahaya of the National Population Commission. He's the Director, Public Affairs. Welcome on the program, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much, and good morning, viewers.
Good morning. So we're talking about census, and the topic is census preparation. How prepared are people? So the first question I want to ask is, I remember the last census was a long time, 2006, as you pointed before this interview started. Why did it take this long for another census to happen?
Well, thank you very much. Actually, census is to be conducted according to the United Nations recommendation every 10 years.
Okay.
And the last census was, as you rightly observed, was conducted in 2006. And ordinarily, there should have been another census in 2016. And the National Population Commission actually swung into action, after the 2006 census to prepare for the next census. I mean, work plan, strategic plan, was prepared, and efforts were made, to convince the various, the successive administrations about the need to conduct the census in 2016. But the commission could not really go too far because the ultimate decision, the ultimate approval for the conduct of the census must come at the highest level of government. And for various reasons, we could not get it. Bear in mind the fact that census is a very complex exercise.
Yes, it is.
And it has rightly been described, as the biggest peacetime activity, in terms of the human resources you require and the vast landmass you need to cover. So perhaps, the government who will give us the approval, we're looking at the wider pictures. Perhaps maybe issue of economy, security, political, I will not be able to really say that. But on the part of the commission, we were ready immediately after the 2006 to conduct the census in 2016. And we never relented. The most important activity we undertook within this period was the enumeration area demarcation. We're doing it gradually, expecting that at a certain moment, the government will provide the needed resources and the approval to conduct the census. But that didn't come in 2016. Even when it did not come in 2016, we did not relent. We still continue, to prepare, thinking that it will be 2018. Unfortunately, 2019, it did not happen. We are delighted and extremely happy, that the government of President Muhammadu Buhari, finally gave us the approval to conduct the census, acting on the advice of the National Council of State. So here we are,
Okay.
set for the census.
Okay. So is there a stipulated date for the census to take place?
Well, there's not actually a stipulated date, but according to the approval by the federal government, the census will be conducted after the 2023 general election.
Elections.
The election will have been concluded by March, and then the next month, that's April, April 2023, that's when the census should take place. But we are not in a position to actually fix
A date.
a date,
Okay.
but it will be within that month.
Okay. So we are in the urban area, but there are people in the rural area, and we know we watch programs like this, and we know that, oh, there's a census coming because there has been conversations around it. But how about those in the rural areas? Do they know? Are they aware that, oh, people are coming to count them and that there's a census going to happen? Do they know? Are they aware?
Yes, they know, or if they have not known yet, they will know. Because in the commission, we are adopting a multidimensional approach, to mobilize Nigerians for the census. We know that in the urban area, it's easier, to get people's attention either through the television, newspaper, billboard, and others. But in our advocacy strategy, we are also taking into cognizance that we need to reach people in the rural area through various means.
Okay.
The radio is very important that we are going to rely on. In addition to that, in every community, there's a structure, through which information is disseminated.
Yes.
There are the village heads, the community leaders, the traditional ruler, the religious leader. We also have the community-based organizations.
Okay.
They already have structures through which you relate to the grassroots. So we're also going to exploit that maximally. In due course, we will establish what we call the census publicity committees at the national, state, and local government area levels. Our membership of that committee will be composed of traditional, of course, in addition to government officials, we also have traditional rulers, community-based organization, women group, youth associations. Through all this, we'll be able to get to the grassroots. And more importantly, we're also trying to leverage, an existing government structure. There is the National Orientation Agency. We are in talk with the agency. They already have presence in every local government area, and they are also carrying out enlightenment on various government activities. Okay. So we're going to deepen partnership, with the National Orientation Agency. So in a way, we do not have any problem, trying to reach the grassroots. And don't forget again, like we have done for this trial census we are conducting now, we also do what we call field sensitization. And what does that involve? For every village, the market is very, very important to the people who live in the rural areas. They have, it is a kind of common ground for all of them. And we're going to organize market rallies, street-to-street campaign. We're also going to use town announcers. So all these are the strategies that we are already deploying for the trial census, and we're going to use for the main census in April 2023.
Okay. Thank you so much for coming on the program, sir. We're grateful.
Yes, it's my pleasure also. Thank you very much.
Okay. We've been conversing with Dr. Isiaka Yahaya of the National Population Commission. He's Director of Public Affairs. And he has told Nigerians that there's no need to worry. We should just relax and ensure that the census goes smoothly. Now, Good Morning Abuja continues in a short while. Do stay with us.